All right, so we are back for another episode number 19. We're getting better. I think the last episode was like 2 weeks ago, so I'll try to again. I'm gonna be more consistent. I am more consistent at uploading podcasts. Again, thank you for the feedback. Thank you for everybody that is reaching out and just telling me how the podcast has been helping and how all these different subjects have been helping them seeing things from a different perspective, and that's the goal, right? So today we're on another episode. Today we're gonna talk about being mindful of your timeline. The reason why I say that and the reason why I bring that up is because a lot of time people come up to me and tell me, hey man, I feel like you never really stress. You seem so like chill and stuff like that. And I feel like this is one of the skills that I had to develop in my life, is just to be mindful of the timeline, mindful of my past, mindful of my present, and mindful of my future. And I feel like a lot of times that's one of the reasons why people are stressed or people feel anxiety, is because they either live in the past or they live in the future. And you already know what that creates. It creates stress and anxiety, and these are all things that are not beneficial for you, for your weight, for your health, for your productivity, for nothing basically, right? So I just wanted to take some time today. I don't think it's gonna be a long podcast, to just talk about being mindful of your timeline, being mindful of your past, being mindful of your present, being mindful of your future, and understanding what is the purpose that they each serve. What is the purpose that my past, my future, my present, what is the purpose that they serve, right? And just understanding. Once you understand that, it helps you to see life from a different lens, right? From a different perspective, right? So I'm gonna start by the past. Your past. A lot of people live in the past. A lot of people live in the future or the successes of the past. A lot of times you've made a mistake and you have a hard time forgiving yourself, right? And you kind of live in that mistake. No matter how big or small that mistake is, nobody's perfect, right? And it's understanding that a lot of times your past is a reason why you're here today, right? The reason why you're here today is because of the decisions that you've made in the past, right? And whether these are good or bad decisions, it's not the main point. The main point is you have to be grateful for your past, because without your past, you wouldn't be who you are today. Without the struggles, without the hardships, without all that, you wouldn't be who you are today, right? Think about your friends, the people that you've encountered along the way. You wouldn't have known them if it wasn't for your past, if it wasn't for your journey, if it wasn't for the school that you went to, the activities that you did, all these things, the trips, all that. A lot of people think about someone that you're really grateful for, right? And think about the fact that only just one decision that you would have made in your life that would have been different, you maybe wouldn't have met that person, right? I think about my girlfriend. If I didn't come to Mexico about a year and a half ago, I wouldn't be with her today, and she's one of my biggest blessings, right? So I could think about all the bad decisions and maybe I'm not a millionaire yet and all that, right? I can think about all that. But I'm thinking, hey, if like about a year and a half ago, I didn't make that decision to take a leap of faith, to just go and discover Mexico, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be here with someone I truly love, being closer to the Lord as I've ever been in my life. If it wasn't for that decision, I mean, I'm talking about that decision, but that decision that I made about a year ago or a year and a half ago was the result of a lot of other decisions, right? It's because I've met people that I became friends with, and they moved here, and they, told me to come to Mexico and try it out. If it wasn't for all these things, I wouldn't be here today. So I want you to just understand and being mindful of your past. Don't live in the past, right? Don't live in the past, because the past, it's gone. You can't change it. You can't do nothing about it. It's done. It's past. It's over. Get over it. Stop making yourself guilty for a mistake that you made, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago, or whatever it is. You can't change it. But you have to be grateful for your past, because if it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be the strong person that you are today. You wouldn't have the vision. You wouldn't have, I don't know, you wouldn't be probably listening to the podcast. and having maybe a perspective shift, right? So all of that is because of all the decisions that you've made up until this point. But you have to be grateful. That's the main thing. A lot of times, because we're maybe not where we want to be in life, we kind of trying to live in the past. Oh, I wish I had done that different. I wish I had done that differently. Hey, it's over. You can't do nothing about it. You can't you can't go back in the past and change those decisions. You can't. But what you can do is learn from your past mistakes, learn from your past victories, learn from the past, be grateful because this is what brought you to where you are today, right? That's the main thing. Be grateful for your past, because without your past, there's a lot of people that you're grateful for as of today that you probably wouldn't have met. Someone that you went to school with. If you had chosen a different school, you probably never would have met that person. A lot of people, probably your best friend or the person that you're the closest to. If it's not someone that is like blood related, one decision, you probably would have been one decision away from never meeting that person. So instead of beating yourself down because of some mistakes that you've made, hey, pick yourself up, be grateful because it allowed you to learn, and to grow, and to have some data on how to do things differently and better for the next time around. You get what I'm saying? But also, that's another thing. I talked a lot about like the negative aspect of your past. But now, don't just be sitting on your laurels because you've made maybe one or two good decisions or a lot of great decisions in your past, and now you think you're all that. You get what I'm saying? There's a quote that says, yesterday's victory is the biggest threat to today's victory, or something like that. Yesterday's victory is the biggest threat to, I don't know. I don't remember what's the exact quote, but it's something like that. It's something, it goes like, yesterday's victory is the biggest threat to today's winning, or something like that. Which basically means like the whole point of this is like, if you rely on the victories of yesterday, of the things that you've done yesterday, and you just sit on that and you don't realize that, hey, today's another day. You still got to do the work. It's not because you had a great month last month that means that you're going to have a great month this month. It's not because yesterday was a productive day that means that today you're going to have a productive day as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just understanding that, hey, don't beat yourself up because of your past, but don't sit on your laurels because you've done maybe one or two things that are great. You've achieved certain things, Every day you have to renew. Every day is a new opportunity. You get what I'm saying? If you sit on what you did in the past, hey, it doesn't mean that today is going to be the same. You get what I'm saying? So that's the main thing. The first thing is be mindful of your past. Be grateful. Take your past as, as experience, as data to help you to do better. You can analyze what you've done that were great. That was great. What you've done that was awesome. What you've done that was maybe not so great or not so awesome, and see how you can use that as a stepping stone for greater things. You get what I'm saying? To get better and stuff like that. So that's the main thing. Be grateful of your past. Now let's talk about the present. Your present. Understand one thing, right? Your present is all you have. Today is all you have. I mean, not even today. Right now is all you have. The last 5 seconds that I just, I was talking, they're over. Think about 1, 2. Okay, the last 2 seconds are over. And I'm never gonna get them back. And that's the craziest thing about the present. The last 10 minutes or 9 minutes that you've been listening to the podcast or whatever it is, they're over. You're never gonna get them back ever in your life. The last 5 seconds, they're over forever. Forever, I'm never gonna get these 5 seconds back or these 10 minutes back. So the main thing is be sure that you're living in the present, that you are here right now. You're not tomorrow. You're not yesterday. You're right here right now. You're living every second. I know, even like I say this, but it's not something that's easy to apply all the time, and it's not something that I apply all the time. But it's something that I'm aware of, and that's why I say it's timeline awareness. It's to be aware of those things. It's to be aware that, hey, my present is all I have right now. right? This the moment, the moment right now is all I have, because tomorrow is not promised. Tomorrow is not promised. A year from now is not promised. A lot of people don't make it till the end of the year. A lot of people don't make it till the end of today. A lot of people don't, like, probably some people died right now in that 5 few seconds. You know what I'm saying? Life is not promised all the time. You have to be present right now. You have to be here, and you have to understand that the best way to predict the future is what you do right now. So whatever you want for tomorrow, it depends on what you do today. Whatever you want for tomorrow, it depends on what you do today. It depends on what you do in the present time. Your future depends on what you do now. But what you do now is all you have. You don't have tomorrow yet. The best way to prepare for it is to do the best thing, the best you can right now. Not tomorrow, not in 6 days, right now. That is the best thing you have. That's the only thing you have. It's right now. So be grateful for that. Be mindful of that, and do your best. Because yes, all you have is right now, but right now determines tomorrow, and determines the next few years, and the next few 10 years, and then the next few decades, and stuff like that. It depends on what you have right now. If you get to see those days, God willing, So just be sure to be living in the moment, the present moment. You are with people. Do your best to be present, and that's something that I'm personally struggling with. I'm an introvert, so I tend to just stay on my little corner, do my stuff, and not talk to people like that. Yes, I love being around people that I get to learn from, that I get to share with, people that teach me things, people that that we can grow together. That I love these conversations, but at the end of the day, I'm an introvert. So I love to be by my own. I have to do my things by my own. I have to do my podcast. I have to do my work, my stuff But at the end of the day, I know that I'm aware that when I'm with people, especially people that are important for me, I need to be more present. I need to be more engaging. I need to be more there, because, hey, as I said, tomorrow, man, we never know. We never know. We never know what might happen. And a lot of people are stressed. As I said before, a lot of people are stressed and are anxious because they keep on thinking about mistakes of the past, or they keep on being stressed or anxious about the future. But they forget to live right now. So a lot of people are like running after the future, after the next thing, after the next. No. But hey, what do you have right now? You forgot about that? Stop living in the future. There's a life to live right now. There are things to live right now. There are emotions to live right now. There are people to be around right now. There are things to do right now. You never know if tomorrow's gonna come. If it comes, hey, be grateful. Thank God. But hey, maybe your time is up today. Maybe your time is gonna be up in a few months, in a few years. Who knows? I don't. So I'm just making sure that, just make sure that everything you do, you are present. You're here, right now. Not tomorrow, not the next day. Be here right now, right? The present is so important, because that's how you have. You don't have tomorrow yet, and you've already lost yesterday. You can't do nothing about yesterday, and tomorrow's not there yet. So be here today. Be here right now. Do the work right now. Live the emotions right now. If that makes sense. I hope that helped. And the last thing is the future. The future, man. I feel like, again, a lot of times we are anxious about the future, but I feel like instead of being anxious about the future, we need to have faith in the future. We need to have faith that whatever we're going through right now, right? Whatever we're going through right now, tomorrow's another day. Again, if we're, not lucky, but if we're blessed enough to see tomorrow, but just have faith. Faith is trusting in something that you don't see yet. Faith is trusting in something that, it's not tangible yet. You don't have it yet. You don't see it yet. You're not living it yet, but you have faith that it's going to happen. So I want you to use the future as a way for you to to work your faith, to work that part of your life where maybe you're going through something right now. But hey, have faith that, as Jim Rohn says, the night doesn't last forever. Winter doesn't last forever. At some point, things are gonna get better. At some point, things are you're gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel. Have faith. Also do the work, yes, but have faith that is gonna happen if you do the right thing. It's like, have faith that if I do the right thing, the light at the end of the tunnel is gonna come. The winter is gonna be over. The night is gonna be over, and I'm finally gonna see the sunlight. The sun is gonna arise. Better days are gonna come. I just gotta do the work. I don't know, maybe you're in a tough financial situation. Just make sure, hey, if I do A, B, C every day, at the end, I'm gonna see D. I'm gonna see F. I'm gonna see E. I don't know if A, B, C, D, E, F. No, I'm gonna see E, and then I'm gonna see F, right? But you get my point. It's just have faith that if I do the right thing, tomorrow's another day, and I'm gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel. Have faith in the future, and think about it. That's another thing that really helped me. It's think about it. Once you understand how little things are, when you look at it from a macro standpoint, right? If you look at it on a micro standpoint, like right now, the today I'm having a hard day, but what is a day compared to a year, compared to 10 years? It's nothing. What is a few months that are hard? What is a few years that are hard that you have to struggle a little bit, for a lifetime of freedom? So I want you to think about a situation where you were like, oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna make it through. I don't know how I'm gonna, see the light at the end of that tunnel. And you've made it through, and it made you who you are today. As I said before, that's being mindful and grateful for your past. But with that same mindset and that same concept in that same way, I want you to think about if you are in a difficult situation right now that you feel like you don't know when or how you're going to make it through. Think about another situation that you thought it was impossible to go through and you made it through. You went on the other side of the tunnel. You made it on the other side. Right? So I want you to have that faith that, hey, no matter what I'm going through right now, tomorrow I'm going to see that light if I do the right thing right now. And within that, I know that whatever I'm going through right now is going to build me, is going to shape me into wherever I want to go, into whoever I want to become. It's going to build me. It's going to sculpt me into whoever I want to be, into whoever I'm meant to be, But it's to have that faith that, hey, no matter the situation, I know I'll make it through. I have that faith that I'll make it through. You get what I'm saying? And don't be so hard on the moment. A few years of struggle, a few months, a few seconds, or whatever of struggle, of pain, is nothing when you compare it to a bigger time span. You get what I'm saying? Maybe today's hard, but hey, tomorrow's another day. Maybe today's hard, but hey, what is a hard day compared to a week, a month, a year? That's the micro, right? But if you compare it to the macro, it's nothing. It's nothing. A year or two of struggle, if you're in business, 5 years of giving your all into a business is nothing compared to a lifetime of freedom, of flexibility, rather, should I say, right? It's nothing when you compare it to something bigger. And that's what I want you to understand when you're going through something hard, is to tell yourself, hey, maybe I'm in a difficult spot right now, but that difficult spot is temporary. If I learn to do the right thing in the difficult spot, I know that it's going to produce fruits that's going to help me even more when I'll be through that difficult time of my life, and always understanding that, hey, this is just a small portion of my life. There's still so much more to do and so much more to accomplish and so much more to live, right? That little hardship, that little hard thing, it might seem big at the moment, But hey, when you compare it again to 10 years, that's nothing. It's nothing, right? So just be mindful of that. So again, as I said, for me, that's one of the main skills that helped me, is to be mindful of my timeline, is to understand my past, my future, my present, and understanding what is the purpose that they serve. How can they help me in my own personal journey? How can they help me to grow? I have to be grateful of my past, because that's the reason why who I am, and I am where I am today. My present, that's all I have. That's my gift. And tomorrow, that's my faith. The faith that if I do the right thing now, I'll see the end of the tunnel. I'll see the results. I'll read the fruits tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? It fires me up to work today. You get what I'm saying? So that's the main thing. That's today's podcast. It wasn't long, rather short. I think it was like 23, 22 minutes. But I hope that helped you guys. If it helped, let me know. Write in the comments on YouTube. Leave me a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. And I want to hear you guys. I want to hear you. Let me know if that helped and how it helped you. And what do you think of it? Did that bring you a different perspective and stuff like that? I can't wait to learn from you. I can't wait to hear from you, and I can't wait to exchange and to just keep on sharing value. And I just can't wait for the next episode as well, right? So until next time, get up, get dressed, and go get what's yours. Peace out.